Ladies and gentlemen, I'm TheYARKing, and I'm back. Basically, if some of y'all didn't know, I was away for a while off on vacation, and before I left, I did a video on the first episode of Loki. I kept watching all of them, but I didn't have the equipment or anything to record myself talking about each episode. So this video is just going to be my thoughts and kind of predictions for the final episode before the final episode comes out. So a quick thoughts on 2 to 5, episode 2. If you remember what happened, my biggest criticism, said the word right that time, I believe, with basically Loki in episode 3 as well, because he starts to change after that. But in the beginning, where he's kind of acting like a detective and looking at the crime scene and letting everyone know, and then he goes for like a desperate lie ploy to try to find timekeepers. I find that I just feel like would be a bit more clever in the schemes like that. Like, it feels like is this the Loki that we saw in Avengers and potentially would have been in Ragnarok and all the other ones, be clever and stuff. It just seems like it was an off-putting, obvious ploy. It's basically, it's like, we're all in trouble. You need to bring me to the timekeepers right now. I don't understand if he really truly believes that would work. He should know that he's like on thin ice, him and Mobius, and like making an obvious ploy that early couldn't that helped. I don't understand on that. And I, again, have a problem of kind of same reason the way he acts in episode 2, but we'll get to that. I just feel like he should be more clever or more manipulative. That at least I would find it hard to see what he's trying to do, but I don't know. It was weird. Anyway, skipping ahead, most episode was pretty much fine. The variant Loki reveal, Sylvie. Unfortunately, I did know that I was going to be a woman. I kind of spoiled myself on that, so I didn't come to a big shock. The moment was still quite awing to me, especially the look on Loki's face. I was like, oh, you are like different. It was still pretty well played out and a great scene in itself. So moving on quickly, episode 3. Basically, I love the dynamics and the back and forth between Loki and Sylvie in this episode. Again, my main criticism is Loki. I understand he's an attention-seeking person. He has to be the main center of the story, but the planet was about to be destroyed, and he is messing everything up. Like when they're trying to get on the train, and Sylvie says he should just enchant the guard, and he says, no, I have a better idea, and he turns into a guard. I'll get on this way. Not a better idea, and just earlier when we see him like turn into the old man to try to trick the woman, and she shot him, at least it showed me that yes, he can learn things, he can observe his surroundings and learn things about people. He's very good at reading people like that, but he's not like an all-knowing type of guy. He doesn't know the lives of people. That's why that ploy didn't work. I don't understand what the plan was for him to turn to. It looked like he was like pretending that she was a prisoner and she was going to bring him on to the train, but the train was meant to bring important people to the Ark to bring them off the planet. Why would a prisoner go on that train? I don't understand. Is he just so focused on being the main character that he needs to have the plan work and everything? Again, the planet was about to be destroyed. You would think he would just go along with the plan. He's survivor. And I understand that of all the other movies, we never followed Loki too much, like in his personal life. I understand he's from Asgard. He probably parties a lot too, but with a planet being destroyed, they need to get to the ship to survive. And as we learn later in later episodes, Loki is a survivor. I never expected him to party when they're supposed to be laying low. It just seems a bit, I feel just a little off-brand the way this Loki works. I don't know. It could be just me. And then when they get kicked off the train, I am now just realizing. So they got the Tim pad, and he made it go invisible, and I play D&D a lot, so it instantly goes in my mind, a pocket dimension. I'm just realizing that he probably turned invisible and put it in his back pocket, which is why when he was thrown out the train, it was destroyed, which means I feel like an idiot. Have you ever been in a situation where, say, you, a friend or loved one, are going out to have fun for the day? One of you is a planner, one of you just goes with the flow, but the go with the flow person just ruins the day, both for both of you, where it really didn't need it. Like the plan didn't really go against your flow, but you just, for some reason, you're an agent of chaos. I know, Loki, god of chaos. Again, planet being destroyed, you would think it would just make that work. It seems like every time he did something wrong, he was so calm, like he was so confident that he was going to survive. And maybe he truly believed that no matter what happens, he will survive until, every evidence suggested, nope, not going to happen. Maybe that's why he started changing inside, whereas he's finally realized his mortality and stuff like that. Moving on to episode, I think we're on 4 now. The moment, the spike in the timeline that got them both caught. A lot of theories on this. Most popular one is they both starting to fall in love with each other. And that could be because as they're both variants of Loki, two variants that would have never met in a timeline because they're from different timelines. So their feelings for each other is universally impossible. Could have created a spike. Maybe them being Lokis, and maybe Loki's, just the fact that them falling in love is universally impossible, created the spike. Maybe, again, what I said before is Loki realizing his mortality and starting to change inside, believing that he is he's the one that killed himself instantly, starting to make him change inside, and maybe that change, which makes him a different Loki or someone completely different than Loki, is also a universally impossible thing which created the spike. Either way, the TVA found him and brought him in. The main parts of this episode was Mobius and then Hunter 76. I don't remember her number. 76, or the Hunter was trying to figure out if the memories Sylvie put on her are real or not. And Mobius, I like this. Loki just tells him, the TVA, that they're all variants, and just something in his gut made him believe that and everything. I was shocked when he was pruned, kind of sad, and then when Loki's pruned at the end, I said oh, they're probably not dead, because I don't think they would just kill off Loki. He's a survivor, like they keep saying. And at the end, we find out timekeepers aren't real. That was, kind of obvious. The whole show was kind of laid out with, the Wizard Oz behind the curtain kind of mentality. It's kind of obvious that there was going to be a man behind the curtain. So, episode 5. I know I'm going to do this quick. I just want to talk about how I felt and then try to do a prediction for the final episode before it comes out. And this video is probably going to come up after it comes out, so you probably already know, but whatever. I would have to say my favorite Loki is Alligator Loki. With Kid Loki coming in close, you know what? 3rd, because Old Man Loki, hell yeah. So going for quick predictions. Obviously, the biggest one, Kang the Conqueror. If you see my first episode, I trying not to do Kane the Conqueror because he's supposed to be in the Ant-Man movie, and I figured, well, I guess, but no. After I've seen this, it's just I don't know Kane the Conqueror. It has to be either that or another thing a lot of people are saying is it's just another Loki. It's just another Loki. Those two things, I don't know what else it could be. If it's something else, hot damn. All right. It could, no, you know what? I'm going to put something else in there. It could be what's the dude's name? The one who's left behind. I think that's just his name. In the comics, the TVA was created by someone called the one who's left behind, which is basically the last person in the universe at the end of the timeline. Look at that. It could be just, it could not try anything so like a twist, a Loki or a Kong. It could be going off the comics, the one left behind, and the man behind the curtain is not the twist, but maybe the reason why is the twist, you know, blah 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 blah, and stuff like that. Kane could be. This is what I'm thinking. If it's not Kane, it could be like after they beat the man behind the curtain or the woman behind the curtain, whatever. That could free Kang or Kong. I want to say Kang. You know, like the TVA is destroyed. Now Kang can do what he wants. Maybe that was keeping them back or anything. Stuff like that. Other than that, any other predictions? This is not a prediction. This is not a prediction for the TV, but for the movies, because I was really confused, kind of off with it that Kane is going to be an enemy in an Ant-Man movie, but he's like an Avenger villain. I don't understand why he's going to be a villain for just one hero, unless Ant-Man, the third Ant-Man movie is like Captain America: Civil War, where it's secretly like an Avengers movie. Well, anyway, that's my predictions. So let me know what y'all think. Am I being a little too harsh on Loki and his cleverness? Because I think I am. Like, I'm not saying I didn't enjoy all those. Like, I went on a rant. Like, I didn't enjoy the Loki character, but I enjoyed his character. I felt like maybe I have hyped him up too much from the movies. I feel like he'll just be more clever than he was in there. Maybe the writers couldn't write him being more clever than that, or I don't know. I think I'm being. I enjoyed him, so I don't think I'm being too harsh. But what do y'all think? And what are your predictions if you're watching this before you watch, you know, episode 6? But, you know, until next time, I'll see y'all later.